Again, we're dealing with affixation, and if you remember, we said that from the etymological point of view, affixes are classified into the same two large groups as words. They are native and borrowed, and we singled out some native affixes in English and discussed some borrowed affixes. And we said that borrowed affixes, especially of Romance origin, are numerous in the English vocabulary. And we said it would be wrong, though, to suppose that affixes are borrowed in the same way and for the same reasons as words. An affix of foreign origin can be regarded as borrowed only after it has begun an independent and active life in the recipient language. That is, it is taking part in the word-making processes of that language. This can only occur when the total of words with this affix is so great in the recipient language as to affect the native speaker's subconscious to the extent that they no longer realize its flavor and accept it as their own. And now we must try to classify affixes into productive and non-productive types. Yes, so affixes can also be classified into productive and non-productive types. By productive affixes, we mean the ones which take part in deriving new words in this particular period of language development. The best way to identify productive affixes is to look for them among neologisms and so-called nose words. So probably you're interested what a nose word means, yes, because it's a new term for you. So a nose word is a word which is coined and used only for this particular occasion. Nose words do not exist in dictionaries. You cannot find them in dictionaries. So they are made only for this particular occasion. And they are usually formed on the level of living speech and reflect the most productive and progressive patterns in word building. When a literary critic says that a book is an unputdownable thriller, who will seek in vain the strange and impressive adjective in dictionaries? Because it is a nonce word, which is coined on the current pattern of modern English, and is evidence of high productivity of the adjective-forming borrowed suffix able and the native prefix unputdownable. So this word does not exist in English dictionaries. You cannot find this word in English dictionaries. Or consider, for example, the following example. Professor Pringle was a thinnish, boldish, dyspeptic lookingish cove with an eye like a haddock. The adjectives thinnish and boldish bring to mind dozens of other adjectives made with the same suffix, such as oldish, youngish, mannish, girlish, fattish, longish, yellowish, etc. Yes, there can be a lot of other examples of this kind. But dyspeptic lookingish is the author's creation aimed at a humorous effect, and at the same time proving beyond doubt that the suffix ish is a very active one. Yes, it's a productive affix. The same is well illustrated by the following popular statement: I don't like Sunday evenings. I feel so Mondayish. So Mondayish is a nonce word. So if you open English dictionaries, you cannot find Mondayish, yes, because it's a nonce word. So one should not confuse the productivity of affixes with the frequency of occurrence, because there are quite a number of high-frequency affixes, which nevertheless are no longer used in word derivation. For example, the adjective forming native suffixes full or li, the adjective forming suffixes of Latin origin, such as and l, so which are quite frequent, yes. And note also that the native noun-forming suffixes them and ship ceased to be productive centuries ago. So they are considered as non-productive affixes. Yet, for example, Professor Arnold in the English Word gives some examples of comparatively new formations with the suffix them, such as boredom, serfdom, slavedom. So the same is true of ship. For example, salesmanship. The adjective forming suffix ish, which leaves no doubt as to its productivity nowadays, has comparatively recently regained it after having been non-productive for many centuries.